Alright, this one here is kind of a update on this Honda trx300. This is the one that I've always been referring to as Red 1. This is the first Honda trx300. The Red 2 and the fucking Blue 1. The Blue 1, I still have parts of it. I ended up stripping it to rebuild Red 2, and then I ended up trading Red 2 for the Blazer that I have. So I still have most of the fucking Blue one. I could build it back up, but it's just not worth fucking with unless I find a really cheap $300 parts quad. This one here is the one that I tore completely apart, sandblasted everything, PR15 the frame, went through the engine. Now the engine looks like shit because sometime last winter I wanted to hurry up and try to sell it, make some quick cash, and that did not happen the way I planned. So the side covers never got cleaned up or anything. Most that I got done with them was cleaned up in the parts washer. So, and along with the transfer case, I didn't do anything to the transfer case. The crankcase halves, they were cleaned up, painted, and made to look pretty. So with the outside covers, I have another set that I'm gonna get cleaned up and paint those. Do the same with the transfer case. For this thing to run and ride, obviously need a head. I think that's a stock bore jug piston. Cylinder head that I had or have, valves leak on it. Turns out one of them had a cracked valve seat, and then the other one had bent valves, and shit, I can't remember. I replaced the valves on it, and it still didn't fucking work. So I ended up taking it back off. Basically, both heads that I have for this thing are junk. They need to be rebuilt. Cost me $125 for that. And timing chain that I do have for this, it's used. It'll work. But with all the work that I've done to this, I might as well just buy a brand new one for it. This actually needs another coat of paint. And honestly, I might end up doing is just getting an oversized jug and piston for this. Taking that back off. So basically, I need a top end. I'm probably just gonna end up getting a new piston and oversized piston and bored cylinder for it. Get the cylinder head rebuilt, and after that, go through the carburetor that I have for it, and it should run. For brakes, I have a trx300fw rear axle under here. Brakes on this thing, they did work when it was in the trx300, but I lost the brake lever for this, so I've got no way of using the brake. Gotta find another one, probably go on eBay or Facebook group or something. And I need to get the axle adapter welded to the axle. Still gotta get rear shocks, or rear shock and different front shocks. I wanna replace the shocks and get a little bit of a lift out of it. And then for the front brakes, there's nothing on it right now. Where the fuck? There's nothing. It's gonna cost more to rebuild the drum brakes than what it cost me to get disc. So I'm just gonna get a disc brake conversion kit. I think that's like $230. And then gotta find one of those boots. Had one somewhere and then I lost it. Another fucking big expense is rear fender. This one here is a Meyer. It's not bad. I've had worse. There's no cracks in it. But last year on eBay I won a fender off eBay. It was on eBay. I won a fender off eBay. It was fucking stupid. Won an auction, and all it said was brand new inbox trx300fw fender, and they said it was for 1988. Well, it was new in the box. Couldn't actually see the fender, and when I got it, it ended up being a newer one. So it's not correct for this four-wheeler, but it fits, and it's brand new, so fuck it, I'm gonna run it. But I want to get a rear fender that'll match this. So this thing's coming off and gonna get sold, hopefully. I'd rather sell it than burn it. So then need fucking tires. But for now, let's see. These two fronts came off the blue 91 four-wheel drive 300. I'm going to get those rims sandblasted. And then these two tires, I think they're 24 by 10 by 11. Those are going to go on the front rims after they get painted. And they're going to go on the front. And then the rear rims that were on the blue 91, we're going to get it sandblasted. And then these tires are going to get put on those rims. And I'll run those for a while. Eventually, I want to buy all brand new, what are these, Mud Devils? Dirt Devils? Buy all brand new Dirt Devils and put those on those rims that are going to get blasted and painted. So recap, need a new rear fender to match the front, complete top end, disc brake conversion kit, get the rear axle adapter welded to the axle. And then this is my fucking seat. It's real comfortable. It looks like shit. So I need to find another one. Which I have another seat. I just need to find foam for it and get a seat cover, which that's going to be too much work. Just be easier, cheaper to buy another fucking seat. This rear basket rack, I thought it was cool shit when I first got this four-wheeler. But for about the last 10 months, this rack has been sitting on the four-wheeler, and the more I look at it, the more I hate it. So it came off. In my parts pile, I found a stock rear luggage rack thing. Get that media blasted, PR15 it. The place that I took all my shit to get powder coated, it burnt down to the ground. So got no way of getting anything powder coated right now. So I'll just PR15 it or go the cheap ass route and use Rust-Oleum rattle can paint. But I don't know, if the four-wheeler was stretched, if I had a stretched swing arm on it and the lift, bigger tires, maybe that rear basket rack would have looked a little bit better on it. But for now, I think it just looked like shit. Yeah, fucking winter's coming. It's getting cold as shit out, and I ended up trying to clean up this place a little bit. Still got a lot more shit to do. Still got to get rid of more stuff and hope that I don't drag in more shit. That's it for this one.